Evening, ladies and gentlemen. In this I'm going to show you a few thoughts on Albatross, beautiful instrumental written by Peter Green, performed by Fleetwood Mac. Very simple really, but beautifully simple. In the key of E major, which allows him to use major seventh chords, which is something you don't find in blues very much. Right. So here's a sort of cut down version of the thing. Obviously I have no backing to it, so every now and then I'll play a note on the low strings to sort of give an indication of where we are harmonically. As far as the harmony goes, for anyone that's interested in this, in my opinion it's definitely in the key of E major. Anything you've learnt about blues playing and substituting chords here will not apply. You certainly, just because you're playing an E chord here, you cannot substitute an E 7th chord or an E 9th chord. You can substitute E major 7th chords, E major 9th chords, E major 13th chords if you want to make a very fancy arrangement, but certainly not your blues substitutions. So the only two chords involved are E, and then when it goes up, F minor, F sharp minor. The bass is just the root note and the fifth note. That's an E, E and a B. Probably playing the B below the E on a bass, but like this. And then when it goes up, again the root and the fifth. Just rocking between those two. Yes, so it's possible that Dany doing the backing, instead of playing an E chord, might have played an E major 7th chord, which you can do by taking the E shape and then letting your first finger play take this finger off and let your first finger play an E flat on that string there. There's the E chord, there's the E major 7th chord. But I doubt that he did that. I think he plays a straight E chord and then when Peter plays the major 7th chord, the total of both those chords is still a major 7th chord. Okay, the chords in the lead bit that Peter Green would play are the chords of A, which we're using the F major shape on the 5th fret, and E major 7th, that is E with an E flat added to it. We play that by playing the top 3 strings all together on the 4th fret and 6th fret on the 4th string. I don't remember what note that is. A flat. A flat. So this is the effect. What I forgot to say before was, when you're playing these chords, you don't play the bottom 2 strings. You don't play the E string, you don't play the A string. I'm using the E string to provide some backing, but you wouldn't play it if you're playing the lead guitar bit. If you want to add a little bit of variety to this, you can play E 6th instead of A by putting your little finger on the 7th fret of the 2nd string and then resolving it to that E major 7th. Or you can do A with a added 9th, so that's the A shape, but you're putting your little finger on the 7th fret of the 1st string, this chord. Or you can even leave it there when you resolve it to the E major 7th line, or any of those combinations. So the whole thing is this note, the B on the 5th string, 2nd fret, then we have this phrase. Against a chord of and when you do that on the 5th string from the the 4th string from the F sharp to the E, that's just a sort of pull off.